Puppet emotion, but production.
Yeah. Okay.
Puppet emotion, but production.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello everybody, it's Bugsy here and I'm feeling awesome. How about you? How about all of you? Okay. Give me 1 minute because I have a few questions from people in the MegaForums. These are from people from other universes, dimensions. So I'm probably gonna be asked a bunch of various questions that a bunch of people filled out in multiversal the multiversal polls we did. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, the questions loaded in. Okay, let me read these. When you were a prince of when you were a prince of the Chaos Lords, did you actually want the throne, or was it something forcing you from birth? Technically, okay, let me explain this. Technically, it wasn't, but because Sephiroth kind of left, because he was working with the Federation, and they betrayed him, that's the whole reason I hate the Federation, I was next in line for the throne. You're probably wondering, okay, then why wasn't Hades next? Hades was guarding the underworld, man. I can't really, Dad was thinking of having Genesis, Hades' actual real name, in our time, in my timeline at least. Dad was trying to get him to do it. He's like, no, Dad, I gotta guard the underworld. You said. Sometimes I really think he chose the underworld because he didn't want to rule. I didn't want to rule either. And Zan at the time, and Zanny, listen to me. Zan, old boy, listen to me. Dad didn't think you were capable of doing it, but you proved that you are now. Okay, you're probably wondering also, okay, well, it wasn't forced on you. But I know the follow-up question was probably what made you change? Dad's death to Dardarchus. He said, one of Dad's last words to me, as he lay bleeding in my arms, was, son, I know I pushed this on you, but you're the only one that can do this. And at first, I didn't accept it. I was like, Dad, no, please. I was more like, stay with me, Dad, stay with me. You don't need this. No, he's like, no. I was wrong to force it upon you, but you're the only one. And I accepted it. And then later on, me and Zan kind of worked out a deal, and now we're co-kings. What is the one lesson in Chaos or Royalty that affects how you act today? Sometimes you can actually hear my fucking accent. Literally, how I used to talk in so many flowery prose, and my voice used to sound like this, and after a while, it kind of went to this. The Blue Bloods would say, oh, Bugsy, you sound like a... They'd be like, oh, Argos, you sound like a commoner. And I would go, well, it beats being you idiots who sit all day and drink tea. I get on Ben's people for fucking just not doing anything. But my people are just... My Chaos Lord people are just the same way. That's the thing. Blue Bloods are assholes. And you can say I'm a Blue Blood, but, my parents were from different families. Some of these Blue Bloods in the Chaos Lord royalty, circuit, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Thank God Theodora wasn't that way. Yeah, I wouldn't be cool if me and Theodora were distant cousins because, that'd be weird. But we're not. Thank God. Y'all know I actually kind of looked it up later on in life. I had to make sure because, I did not, and let me just say this, I did not want to find out that Theodore was related to me, and then we have a kid like Joffrey. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, next one. Do you miss the sheer power of what you had back then, or are you happy living a messier middle ground life now? Well, I don't really miss being royalty. I still have it. I still have the power, but I don't really flex it. And neither does Zan. Zan always told me if he ever got to be king, he would flex it, and he would be this great and powerful ruler, and everybody would do what he says just simply because. But it's never. He doesn't do that. And Azula keeps him in line so he doesn't go too nuts. Yeah, Azula, his wife, keeps him in line. You think about that one for a minute, folks. I'll let you sit with that for a minute. What does a middleman actually do in your world? We fight entities. We fight entities. We police them, and if they're benign, we leave them alone. Let them live a normal life. If they're not if they're not killing people, eating people, or using their energy, we let them roam. We let them roam if they're benign. If they're not, we have to fucking put them in housing. And if they're more dangerous than that, we put them in the cell. Thank Mabel for that. Thank Mabel for that. Like, I always wanted to put half of them in the cell because I could never tell if they were benign or not. Yes, Mabel from Gravity Falls works for me, and you sicko, she's older. So, calm yourselves, you weirdos. Be honest. How many universe level crises had you had to solve on talking instead of fighting? If we're talking last year, then 10. If we're talking about this year, it's more 3. Because most of the time, not a lot of entities want to talk, not a lot of aliens want to talk. Some of these motherfuckers really want you to fight them. And that's what you have to, do. Okay. Is there a moment in the past that you regret more than anything else? Well, not being there to save my dad before his brother Thardarkis killed him, and walking out on Seto when literally I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to fucking do that. I never really wanted to say goodbye to her, to be honest. Because I felt like we could have worked things out, and I was an idiot. I know that now. And I'm not saying Zen will take me back because I have a little bit more dignity than that. I'm not some simpering romantic. I don't care. I so don't care. Okay, next question. What's the hardest thing you had to give up from being Chaos Royalty when you stepped away? The fact that I had access to a bunch of fucking cheeses. And I know what you're about to say, Bugsy, that's the only thing you miss? Well, I never really okay, honestly, you need to know this about me. I never really was keen on Royal Life, like a certain Super Hedgehog Bro Sonic, but I didn't like it, but I never really outwardly hated it like Super Hedgehog Bro Sonic did. I left when I was when I was 13, 15. You know, I left when I was 13, 15. Sonic left when he was 9 or 12, and so You know, I have a good relationship with my family, unlike that blue idiot. Sorry, I know that wasn't part of your question, but I had to answer that because I know some people ask that. But it's the cheeses. Do other Chaos Lords respect you, or are you a disappointment to your family? I'm not a disappointment to my family. Neither is Zan. Neither is Katie's. Neither is Sephiroth. Neither is Harla. Neither is Maru. I'm not a disappointment, and neither of my brothers are. Other Chaos Lords don't really respect me because literally they call me Artemis's brat. My dad's name was Artemis. You know, they always call me... I'm Artemis's brat, but then I gotta actually fight him. And remember, some of these blue bloods don't know how to fight, so when I start throwing hands, like even one punch, they're like, "Ew, Bugsy, please, you brute, you masher, please stop it." And I'm like, no, you want to talk to me like Artemis's brat, huh? I'm slapping him, I'm punching him, I'm biting him. Yeah, I'm biting people. I'm biting people when I fight. Like, there's one thing you don't do in this world. Never talk about Artemis, Archeus, Archimedes, Kuro. Me and Dad may have had our fights in the past, but I swear to you, I won't let anybody disrespect them. Because he still looked out for me. He still looked out for me even when I turned him away. And I'll be damned if I let those fucking blue bloods take any bit of his legacy and shove it in the toilet because they never agreed. These motherfuckers wanted to take over the world, and I literally had to stop an invasion and then beat them up. And, then I had to call freaking Yujiro to literally do a booty warrior thing and clap the cheeks. I was like, fuck, Yujiro. And it was like, Bugsy, I had to do it. These idiots want to play? I can play too. And I was like, okay, Yujiro. I actually did have to call him. And I actually had to ask the booty Buddha if it was okay. So there's a whole thing there. Do they fear me now? Yes. How does your family treat you compared to before? Mom still treats me the same. Scheherazade, my sister, still treats me with the same amount of disdain, hatred, and love that she always does. Love you, sis, but you're an asshole. And still, Scheherazade, you keep double happy. Keep pretending to be mom for a little bit while longer. Come on. I'll pay more. I'll pay double. Get it? I'll pay double. Double's my friend out saying I'm paid double. Yeah, you get it. But yeah, I don't really. I was still treated the same. Ma will, no matter if I come home from the Higher Havens, Ma will always, yes, and I call Mom Ma sometimes. She will literally fly up, grab me. Isabella Tessa Kuro is strong. Okay, my mother is strong. She can overpower 5 bears. Y'all don't understand. I seen her fight 5 bees, beat them down, and say, "I have no beef with you." My mother has literally whooped entire societies. Actually, she's even beat Seto to a standstill one time. That shit was crazy. And I didn't know who to root for, so I was like, Seto, no, Mom, Seto. I was like, I was very, very, very torn that day. And trust, let's just say me and Seto had a talk after that, and back in those days, and let's just say I make Mr. Grey from 50 Shades of Grey look like a tame little church-going man compared to me. But I don't do anything extreme. But I did beat that dude up in a title fight for charity. I shouldn't have stomped on his hand and said, "This is what Roger Rabbit does, bitch." Yeah, I was crazy. I was sick with it. There was a time, if there was a time you went back to almost ruling instead of forging your path, no, I wouldn't change anything really. I'm where I'm at because I literally have friends and people that I protect, and I have people that I care about deeply. If anything, I'd probably just make sure the Axiom Bounds know more about Chaos Lords before they ever tried to step to me, but that's a whole different thing. Okay, here's another one. Did your crew come together by coincidence? No, okay. Freakazoid, Taboo, Rants, K-Rool, Funky Kong, and Rants, and all of us really came together because we knew each other as children. All of us knew each other as like fucking kids. And throughout the years, we always stayed in touch. And Zorak, Zorak was the troll-making dude that would always, like, throw a stink bomb in the principal's office. And we would get in trouble along with him. So, he's stuck. Which member of your crew keeps you the most grounded? Funky, 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 and Funky. Okay? I feel like if any of us got into our usual, like, debates on anime or cartoons, we'd probably all kill each other. I'm being so serious. Because sometimes we get a little heated. I punch Zorak in the jaw. Fucking Rance will freaking throw me into a wall. Taboo will go fucking ham on all of us, slapping us with his fucking wings. But Funky is the one that keeps us calm and we don't try to kill each other. Not saying we all have hatred for each other, but we take our debates very seriously around here. You just see us when we're all like watching a death battle. Oh my god, you ain't never seen a bunch of dudes beat each other up hard. It's hard because my crew is about as strong as I am. So I can, K-Rool has given me black eyes before, and I gave him a bunch of black eyes. His eye that bulges, I punched him in that. His eye got bigger. I don't know how that worked. It was some real weird shit. Which causes the most stress on you on the daily basis? The surveillance of the Super Hedgehog Bro universe, because they're just so stupid. Their universe does not make sense on any metric. Not because they're different. Because we got Batman villains. We got fucking Jedi. We got fucking Naruto shit. And a pre-Ninja War era. And it's like a whole bunch of shit, dude. You don't understand. You don't understand. That shit is stressful. Because y'all don't know whether the worlds are colliding or this world's gonna come together in a singularity. But I know one thing: Tails and Sonic ain't gonna fucking do anything about it. They gonna try, and me and the crew gotta jump in and be like, and save the day, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, we could have did our own. I've slapped Blue Boy up, and I go, bitch, you would have never thought about this on your own. Let me handle it. Let old Bugsy do what he has to do. So yeah, that's a lot of stress for me on a daily basis. If your crew had to describe you in one word, what would they say? Very, very, very loving on 3 different in 3 different ways. They'd use the word loving in 3 different ways. Did you intend for your love life to be this complicated, or did it spiral out of control? Now that's a good question. It never really spiraled out of control. It turned into something I never really accounted for. Like, not a lot. Like, the ladies were not down with polyamory for a little bit, and then like everybody kind of joined, and I don't know. Maybe the chaos. Maybe the chaos pipe be going crazy. I don't fucking know. I don't understand. Maybe I don't fucking know, guys. Honestly, I don't fucking know. I wish I could tell you. Hold on, let me change my portrait. Let me get this one out. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, I am the stepdad to Katie, Corey, and Zach, and Cream, because Vanella's with me. All my ladies treat the kids like they are their own. Unlike those harem, they don't fight like they do, because they all know that they all mean the world to me. So they don't all fight, you know. They don't fight like it's Fight Club in this bitch. You know, because then it would be a problem, and then I'd probably have to get us all together in one big group hug. Let me put on my clothes. My clothes. Anyways. So yeah. Okay, let me get to it. Wait a minute, did I read what? I read one out of sequence. What's the wildest situation did your crew ever drag you into? The night of Beefaroni comes to mind. I do not remember much in that night. I remember partaking in the Beefaroni, and then I ended up swimming in the Beefaroni pool, and then shit just got wild. The 3 caballeros were there. I don't know. Some shit happened, bro. I don't know what the fuck else happened. I was blanking. But you probably want to... And here's the next one. You hear him. How did it happen? It happened when a chaos lord found out that since he's royalty, he can have a harem. And then, it didn't really work until I got everybody in this big room, and let's just say things happened. And enough said after that. Who is the first person that breaks your emotional defenses? Okay, it's like 3 people. Well, actually 4. Zigzag, Theo, Shigo, and Karen. They know me so well. They can call me out on my bullshit when I'm hiding something. Not cheating per se, but more like I'm doing this for your own good. They will fucking kick my ass if I'm like hiding shit from them. But I'm not the kind of guy that would do that. But they've said that to me numerous times. How do you balance so many partners without losing yourself? A lot of time, a lot of meditation, a lot of time stopping, and a lot of playing holiday in my head while I'm on the job. And I ain't talking about being a middleman now, am I? Okay, I kid, but I'm not really kidding on that. love ever been more frightening to you than battle? No, I'm afraid. One of my biggest fears is that if something ever happens, I feel like they'll all turn away from me. Like a certain somebody, I do fear being abandoned. Maybe that comes from the fact that several left without so much as a goodbye when the Federation used them. Maybe it's because after a while, when Harima left to go chase after Tenma, I felt like he abandoned me. I do have abandonment issues, kinda. I've been working on that. So yeah, abandonment scares me. You have fought gods, monsters, and existential threats. What actually scares you? Oh, the white dwarf imperial moose. That fucking thing scares the shit out of me. I can't do anything to it. It took like it took me and the rest of my agents and my crew to fucking stop that thing, and even then we couldn't stop it. The motherfucker just wanted to be pretended to be caught and then busted out. I was like, motherfucker, I ain't chasing that thing anymore. Fucking hell. Let's just make sure no one goes where that thing's territory is and hope to God he doesn't come back. For us, when I say hope to God, I mean hope to the Chaotic Allfather, which is the god that most Chaos Lords pray to. I mean, there's a bunch of other gods that they pray to. But yeah, that moose fucking scares me. Do you think you're a better person now than you were a prince? No, I'm the same person I was. I am the exact same. Maybe a little bit more violent when it needs to be done, but other than that, I'm still the same person I've always been. If you could sit your younger self down, what would you warn him about? I'd say, look, little dude. You're gonna face a lot of challenges in your life. You're gonna want to quit like so many times, but let me just tell you, little me, it's so worth it. You may think there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but I can tell you, you're talking to your future self. There is. You're gonna be okay. I promise you, you're gonna be okay. And even if things don't make sense now, they will. I promise you they will. I know that they will. You know that I'm right. So, don't. So, never stop being you. Never stop being goofy. Never stop being silly. Never stop being wacky. Never stop defending the people that you love. And never give up hope on your brothers. They love you. And even though for some of them it doesn't seem like they do, but they love you, little man. They love you. Remember that. Remember that. Always remember that. Your family, it's not the power you possess. It's your family. That's your true strength. Your ability to care when people don't. Your ability to see the good in people when most people would walk away. That right there is who you are. The only thing I would say, I wouldn't warn him about a lot of things because that would fuck up the timeline, but if I could, I would say never, ever let a guy named Rance that will probably be your best friend let you buy fucking skinny jeans. You're going to regret it. It sucks ass. And he will get you out with mayonnaise, some butter, and some lube. And you don't want none of that. So don't get the skinny jeans. Okay, I think you got it. Okay, you got it. Is there anything you couldn't say that still weighs on you? Saving Dad. Do you believe in redemption? Or do you think it's something you gotta earn, or are you still chasing it? I'm not chasing redemption. I feel like it's something you really do have to earn. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say it starts with sorry. I'm like, no, you have to actually show me that you're willing to make an effort here. Especially if I'm going out on a limb to see that you're a good guy. Me and Waldo, I say we're you see in the video where I say we're enemies, but he was my greatest friend. Ultra Instinct Shaggy used to train us both. He only started losing his mind when Wanda died, and that's when he started killing. So, and that's only in my timeline. Just to keep it a buck. What does a normal day look like when the multiverse isn't on fire? Calming and peaceful. And sometimes filled with fucking pie. Do you ever get tired of the guy people call when things go wrong? No. Because sometimes people just fuck up and I go, I told you so, I told you so, I can't believe I told you so. If you were to disappear tomorrow, what's the legacy you will leave behind? I guess my jokes, my love for the people around me, and and the fact that I know my kids will probably pick up the slack if if I were to disappear. Are you done evolving, or is there still another version of you waiting to happen? You never stop really growing, changing, and learning. There's one person that stopped growing, changing, and learning. His name is Ben Hardlock. He's a little wuss boy. He likes to sit on his throne and watch his whole people shove 5 mushrooms up their anuses. This is totally real. I'm not making it. This is totally real. This is not a joke. It totally happens. But honestly, you never really stop learning. Even as you get older, it may get hard to learn a few things as you get older, but you still can try. And here's the big one, as this person wrote. If everything you've been, a prince, a fighter, a fixer, a lover, who is Bugsy Prime when all the noise finally stops? A goofy, little bit more on the lewd side and a little bit more thoughtful person that he always is, but more goofy and silly. And he never stops talking about the games and movies he's passionate about. Mm-hmm. That's who I am when I'm not doing anything else, I really enjoyed your questions, everybody. I hope we can do this again. If I didn't answer your question in the MegaForums, I'll get to it soon. For all of you people on YouTube, on the other hand, now that we got the whole multiverse asking me questions, now it's your turn. Tell me what you want to know. And any of Double's crew, if it's about Bugsy Nut, I am not talking about it. Seriously, no mention of Bugsy Nut. You will be deleted, and I will personally come to your place and start getting a rhinoceros to whoop your ass. Yeah, I know a rhinoceros. His name is Big Tim. He will whoop your ass. Okay, all right. But I hope you learn a little bit more about me. A little bit of how I am, where I'm from, what I do. And if you didn't like that, well, you know which finger I'm putting up. Literally. You can literally, You can literally suck. You can literally suck 5 salt licks. It's the same as tasting something of me. But anyways, I'm Bugsy No Name. This is who I am. This is what I do. And thank you. Thank you ever so much for watching any video of me and Bugsy No Name. We appreciate it. We love you guys. We love you guys so much. Thank you. Okay, but don't take the love part seriously. Like, we ain't gonna go out with you and pick out curtains for you. We don't know you like. We don't love you like that. Or love you enough to go antiquing. You don't want to. Here's a bonus answer. Theo loves to go antiquing. I don't really like doing it. But I'll do it for her because she literally tempts me with things I want. And you're probably like, what do you mean? I'm like, do y'all want me to spell that out for you? Seriously. My ladies tell me the things I want and I just go along with it because literally my Bugsy Primo snuggle time, and I'm gonna say snuggle time. I can't say the other thing on YouTube. It's on the line, so I just gotta go along with it. Whether it's a play, whether it's a Broadway show, whether it's fucking going to a fucking high school reunion I got no business being at, or just literally cleaning out the gutters because yes, my condo has gutters and I'm usually the one cleaning it out. And I'm also cleaning out other gutters that aren't on my condo. Oh! Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this. Me and No Name appreciate you guys, and I did a lot of thinking last night about the whole Seto thing. If you don't know, watch the video that I'm going to leave in the description. And I have a pretty great life. I'm out here complaining. I'm out here whining about Seto, but honestly, I have a great life with great people around me, and I tend to forget that. I tend to take that for granted a lot, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to keep crying about the shit I don't have, or the shit that would make me even more happy if I had it. Because I have my crew, I have my loves, I have my kids, I have my middleman agents who are like a second family to me. I have my brothers. I don't need anything else. I have my friends who I would take a bullet for. Rhino, Rebecca, Vince. Fuck, I'll even take a bullet for Benny Boy, even though he says, I don't need for you to take a bullet for me. And I'd just be like, Ben, I'm doing something symbolic for you. Act a little bit grateful, you bitch. But that's all I really have to say. Bugsy out. And I just want you to know, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. Peace. Remember, you can ask me anything. Princely stuff, kingly stuff, middleman stuff, most of the monsters I fought. How did I take down the SCP Foundation? How is Whoop after I took it over? And a bunch of other things. Actually, you can ask me about why did I change the Bugsy Council to the All-Star Council. A bunch of things. You can ask me a bunch of things. Who are my other senseis? What is really being done to Aizen now that I'm got my liaison status back? And will Captain Unohana come by and chill out with me? Anything you want. You can also ask Bugsy No Name a lot of things too. videos. How does he keep doing this with what he has, and a bunch of other things. Ask us anything. Anything you want. But no Bugsy Nut. And no, like, weird questions. You know what I'm talking about, Double. I see you. I see you in the comments. I see you about to type something. I see you. I see you. I'll see you guys later. I'm Bugsy Prime, and I'll see you later. And you're probably wondering, why, Bugsy, did you not want to do a Super Hedgehog Bros? Because freaking Tails and Zoe got me heated. So I said, you know what? I got all these questions here. Let me answer them. Peace. Like chaos grease, everybody.
You watching the Big 3 Bucks Network?
Yeah. Okay.
You watching the Big 3 Bucks Network?
Yeah. Okay.